What's going on, you guys? Mr. Winning1235 back here yet again for the top 15 albums of 2014. As I've stated before, I haven't exactly been on the rocker for listening to newer albums this year. I mean, I took up like 2 or 3 months right there of just listening to 50s and 60s and 70s music and really digging into my classic rock playlist, and I just kind of shut myself off for a little while there. But honestly, there hasn't been a whole lot really that I've really cared about getting into. So I mean, I don't really feel like I missed out on all that much. I mean, I'm sure I did. I'm sure there's something out there that would be on this list if I had listened to it, but I just fucking didn't. I'm hoping to get a Nicki Minaj Let's Listen out to you guys next after this. I haven't listened to a bit of the record. I've been kind of waiting so I can prepare for the Let's Listen. But yeah, that's going to come soon. I think that's going to be good. I have no idea, like I said, what's on this record. I don't know if it's anything like Anaconda or not. If it is, it's going to be a fucking disaster. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. But for now, let's start off this list. Number 15. Going to go all the way to number 1. At number 15, we have Alt J's This Is All Yours. I've been so perplexed with this record, and I just got it like a few days ago. And I really don't know what to think of this thing. I don't know whether I like this or don't like this. Parts of it are like really boring, and other parts of it are like really musically interesting and really good. I'm not a huge Alt J fan. I never listened to the first album, but I got this because of the hype around it, and I also really like the album cover. I just think it's kind of abstract and cool. But yeah, I don't really know what to think of this thing. That's why it's kind of, you know, at the bottom of the barrel, because my feelings are really mixed on this thing. Like I said, there's parts I like and parts I don't like, so whatever. It's interesting in some points at least. I can appreciate that for it. Number 14, this is an album that I think gets forgotten about constantly throughout these end of the year lists that I've been seeing, but Mogwai's Rave Tapes. Like I said, very beginning of the year. We're talking like January or February, I'm not sure. But yeah, atmospheric, beautiful, instrumental post-rock music. Just really, really cool, especially the first few songs on this album. Just kind of mixes up a little bit of spacey post-rock guitars with a little bit of electronics mixed in there. And it's just really cool. The album cover is really interesting, how it has the eyeball in there. Because you can like take out these little things on the inside here. It comes with like 2 or 3 of them or whatever. And then you can put them back in there and it changes the album cover. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, Mogwai's Rave Tapes. Really cool. Not one of my favorite things in the world. I'm not the biggest post-rock fan on the planet Earth, but Mogwai is really cool. I have like 2 more of their albums. I really dig them. Okay, next up is Porter Robinson, Worlds. This is a really cool electronic album that I got into. Not one of my favorite electronic albums that I've gotten into this year. It's near the bottom of the barrel, but once again, really interesting songs appear on this thing. Really, really cool. Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop did not enjoy this record. He says it's a little bit generic, a little bit kind of everybody's kind of done this before, but I'm really digging the album, and it's kind of stuck with me, and I've been listening to cuts from it off and on that just kind of pop up on my iPod and stuff, and it's really good. It's really good. Really cool. Next up here, I'm not sure what number we're on, 15, 14, 13, 12, is Timber Timbre's Hot Dreams. This is a really cool indie rock band. The main single from this album, Hot Dreams, is still one of my favorite songs from this year. Fucking love that song. The same thing, the song Bring Me Simple Men as well. Just a really, really dark, really cool song. Kind of the perfect soundtrack to an old-timey horror movie, these guys. And the lead singer's got a really unique voice. Really enjoy it. Really love the album cover, too. It's really cool. Yeah, Timber Timbre, Hot Dreams. Really cool. Feels a little underground so far here. Next up, at number 11, I suppose, is LaRue, Trouble in Paradise. It took her a long time to come out with her second album, but my God, was it worth the wait. These songs are really, really good. I reviewed this thing a little while ago. Uptight Downtown, Kiss and Not Tell, Cruel Sexuality, Silent Partner, Tropical Chance. There's actually, every song on this album is really good. Honestly, really great synth pop album for the daytime when you got bands like Purity Ring for your nighttime synth pop. Sunny and bright, Purity Ring, dark and creepy. But she's really good. I love this album. It's really good. It's really good. Give it a chance. Alright, I think we're getting into my top 10 now. And at number 10, we have Little Dragon, No Boomer Rubber Band. I'm not near as impressed with this album as I was 2011's Ritual Union, but I still really enjoy Little Dragon. I love Yukimi's voice. These guys just, they play some really down-tuned, really cool music. This album doesn't have as good a flow as Ritual Union, but still, really memorable songs on this thing, like Pretty Girls and Clap Clap, obviously. The song Paris is fucking awesome. Killing Me is a great song. Let It Go is a perfect closer. Really good album from Little Dragon. I love Little Dragon. She's so cool. So, you know, had to be on here. At number 9, Haters Gonna Hate. Recess by Skrillex. Okay, I'm sorry. I really dig the downtuned style that Skrillex had going on this thing. I know this is the biggest unpopular opinion on the fucking internet. Everybody hated this thing because it wasn't like the huge drops and the big wub wubs on all of his LPs, EPs. Sorry, but I think it's really good. Especially the songs Stranger, Recess, All's Fair in Love and Bro Step, Coast is Clear. Oh my God, Coast is Clear. Chance the Rapper, his verse on that song just gets stuck in my head. Love that fucking song. Dirty Vibe, Dirty Vibe, Dirty Vibe, Dirty Vibe. Really good. I don't care what people say. I really dug this album. Haters Gonna Hate. Oh God, Haters Gonna Hate once again. The new Lindsey Stirling, Shatter Me. I think she improved on everything that came from the first album. This album sounds a whole lot more bigger, sounds a whole lot more epic. The music got a little bit more intense. Some songs got a little bit more darker. The song, which one is it? The song Shatter Me actually features Lizzie Hale. You scared the fuck out of me.
Are you filming a video?
Yes, I was. And number 7, we have the second Little Hurricane album, Gold Fever. I got it signed by the band. I do not think this album is as good as their debut, but I do think that it is another huge step in their sound. They didn't really change that much, but it's still really, really awesome. The songs are really good. It's not in a perfect 10 like the first album is, but it's still really, really good. Just an awesome little blues rock band, really underrated. You guys should definitely check them out. Gold Fever, great album. And number 6, we have Subtract with Wonder Where We Land. This album has just grown on me so much ever since it came out. I absolutely love this record. It is so underrated. So many people have just kind of like cast off this thing or whatever, but I absolutely love this record. I love the album cover. The song New Dorp, New York might be one of my favorite songs of the year. Honestly, the main single from this thing. Once again, Fantano did not like it, did not like the single. I don't understand. We just have different tastes. But it's amazing. I mean, like, the combination of tracks on here, it's really chilled out. The vocals are really good to listen to, really easy listening music. Some more electronic upbeat songs on here, some really slowed, more chilled out songs on here with just some basic piano. I just love it. The diversity on this thing is what keeps me coming back to it, and I fucking love this record. Alright, we're getting into the top 5 now. Hold on to your hats. This is where things start to get a little mushy. Number 5, Damon Albarn's Everyday Robots. You knew it was going to be in the top 5. There's no way it couldn't be. I saw this guy live this year, back in June, and my God, was it so awesome to finally touch my hero on his hand as he was singing a Gorilla song right in front of me. Just fucking beautiful. He played so many songs from this album at the show that I went to. It was an amazing experience to see. Made these songs even better to me after I saw that show. And honestly, this is just a beautiful album with a beautiful story to tell. And I love it. The DVD that's included in this thing is really cool too. It's like standing stones. out there on our own. Really, really cool. Love this package. Love this album. It's amazing. Damon, you can do no wrong. Cannot wait to listen to that Gorillaz album in 2016, hopefully sooner. Next up we have is Linkin Park's The Hunting Party. No mystery there. I don't have a copy of the CD with me right now, but good lord, did they just surpass expectations? Everybody was like begging them to go back to their hard classic rock sound for years and years and years, and they put out, you know, like 3 albums now in the past that have been so kind of like mixed feelings with fans. I was personally a huge fan of the album A Thousand Suns, and I don't care who knows it, love it. It's one of my top 3 Linkin Park albums, honestly. But this was a great return to form, a great track listing of some great upbeat, really hard songs. It's probably Linkin Park's hardest album they've ever put out. And I just thought it was wonderful. Just fucking great. Okay, my top 3 albums of the year. Now, before I get into these, you need to understand that nobody is going to agree with this list. Every single other person on the internet who puts out a top 15, top 10 album list is going to have a completely different idea of this. Number 3, Haters Gonna Hate. Ghost Stories by Coldplay. Oh my god, this album was so emotionally awesome. One of Coldplay's best albums that they've ever put out, in my opinion. Second only to Viva La Vida. This actually has become my new favorite Coldplay album. And I'm not even kidding. The nighttime atmosphere that this album portrays is so perfect. The songs about heartbreak that he wrote after his divorce are so good on this album. The song Midnight, I love coming home from work, listening to that song, and it's like midnight, and there's nothing but me and street lights in my car, and it's like, it just sends me to a different world. I fucking love the song Midnight off of this thing. The entire album is so wonderful. A Sky Full of Stars. I mean, it's really different that Avicii is on this thing, producing a song or whatever, but still, A Sky Full of Stars is a great song. I think it fits really well into the album. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but still, I absolutely love this record. One of my favorite Coldplay albums of all time. Oh my god, what a pleasant surprise this fucking was. Love it, love it, love it. My second favorite album of the year. Once again, god, I feel like a dork, but I just can't help how much I love. That was Red O by Jack White. I also have my vinyl copy. I bought a CD copy just because I wanted to have a CD copy. I love Lazaretto. This album is experimental. This album is creative. This album is diverse and varied, and I loved it from the very first listen. And I'm still spinning it to this day, and it's just an amazing album. One of Jack White's best projects outside of the White Stripes and all of his other bands. I don't care who knows it. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. I like it a lot. I was having a really hard time coming up with a number 1 album of the year between a few of these records, and honestly my top 5 could all kind of be combined together, really. I mean, I'm going to be listening to the top 5 of these albums like I have been the rest of my end of the year lists, but you know, something had to be number 1, so don't take this number 1 as a defining, like, oh my god, he thought this one was the best one. It had to go somewhere, and I feel really strongly about this album. Death from Above, 1979. The Physical World. One of the finest rock albums that I've heard in a long time, and it comes from a bass guitar. Royal Blood has nothing on this band, in my opinion. Death from Above, 1979 goes a little bit harder, and I like their voices a little bit more. It reminds me more of like some kind of old school punk in some ways, with the vocals, I guess. I just thought it was great. From beginning to end, this album is just rocking. The riffs, how they make that bass guitar sound like a real guitar is awesome. I know Royal Blood is the other band that's doing that now. I know they're really hyped up. I know that's like everybody's like one of their favorite albums of the year. Well, I'm still kind of in the same camp. I just like the other band that's doing that a little bit better. I like the band name. I like the album cover. The songs are rocking, dude. Oh my god, from beginning to end. Even the slow song on this thing there, The White is Red, I just love that track. Fantastic album. Probably my number one of the year. I mean, I just love it so much. It's so good. Rocking, rocking, rocking. So is Jack White's Let It Rip. So is Ghost Stories. So is Everyday Robots. So is Subtract. Little Hurricane, Lindsey Sterling. Those albums that I mentioned right there are probably the top tier for me. The albums that I mentioned before are definitely below the rest of these, but these are hard to order. So don't get offended by that being number one. Like I said, I know this is very, very opinionated, and I know that I made some really popular opinions just now. If you can help yourself, don't scream too loud. But anyway, what can I do? It's my opinion. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's Listen coming next. I feel really nervous about uploading this video now. Oh my god, I'm going to get so much hate on this shit. Anyway, Let's Listen coming next. See you guys.